Get full episodes of The Damage Report as a podcast on iTunes and Android, and you can watch the live show every weekday on YouTube TV. This morning, Donald Trump tweeted something, and we try to avoid just covering Trump tweets, but this one struck home for me. So if we could put up this picture, you're gonna see, he tweeted that picture, sanctions are coming November 5th. So first of all, let's just note, I'm sure that his massive change in American foreign policy being timed to the day before the election, that's just a coincidence. But obviously there, what he is mimicking with the font and with everything is Game of Thrones. And I have to say, while I don't like giving him credit for anything, that's good.
It looks good.
It's timed well. I don't mean it looks good.
I think it looks good.
Yes, it makes him look presidential or whatever, which it does take a lot of Photoshop to do that. No, but it's what he's doing with the whole Game of Thrones thing, where it's like, yeah, I hate you, but he knows how to needle you in just the right way, because he knows when he posts that how ridiculous it is. That like, if he was in Game of Thrones, he would at best be one of the villains, at best. And obviously, George R.R. Martin doesn't support Donald Trump. The vast majority of the actors obviously don't support any of his policies. I think he's aware of all of that. But he puts out that tweet just, again, like they say, to piss off people like me that actually like Game of Thrones and oppose him.
Don't ruin this for me. Do you think he is what would happen if Cersei could handle the faith militant?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what's happening. He's like, I'm pulling it off. My little, whatever it is, my High Sparrow.
Yeah, he's the, but the High Sparrow he actually was a believer. I don't know.
Well,
yes, I do
he's
agree.
Not
if it
the
was
High
Cersei.
Sparrow, but he's like what Cersei
I see what you're
wanted
saying.
by allying herself with the High Sparrow. The High Sparrow?
Is the High Sparrow? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
been a while.
The guy from Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I can't attest to that, but
Jaguar.
Okay.
Anyways, by allying herself with that guy, what she sought to succeed in doing, that's what Trump is succeeding in doing. So it's actually, maybe he watched Game of Thrones and he's like, I just need to keep a good eye on this.
Maybe. As I saw someone tweeted back to that, yes, Donald Trump is like a character from Game of Thrones, except they never pay their debts. So he's actually the inverse of the Lannisters,
a
maybe.
Lannister always welches. Same blonde hair though.
Yeah, and I won't go through the whole thing. I won't go through the whole thing.
This is absolutely killing you for that reason, because you know you're so familiar with the source material that you know every way in which it is not congruent.
Yeah, and no, but the thing is, like, again, I won't go through the whole thing, because if you watch the show, you know where I stand on this. Like, George R.R. Martin, the artist who created this world, most of the actors who have populated this world are not on your side, Donald Trump and right-wingers. But again, it's just, they go through their lives referencing the artistic creations of people that they demonize. So they want to demonize the arts, but they still want to be affiliated with the cool stuff. Like Ted Cruz wants to talk about The Simpsons when The Simpsons writers actually hate Ted Cruz. He wants to reference things like that when they try to defund the arts. And George R.R. Martin obviously is not a right-winger. And so that's the road that they have to walk, is they want to be cool. They want to be cool. They love the celebrity in Hollywood and everything like that. At the same time that they demonize it, when they attack creative people that are much more likely to be libs.
Right, but the sad intensity of Game of Thrones that you've experienced when you watch the bad guys win through playing terrible cards right. That's the feeling that I had on election day.
So you're saying this is a meta thing?
Right. It's not meta. It's not meta at all. It's him. He doesn't understand that winter is coming is an inherently pessimistic concept.
It's true.
And not one moment of victory touting oncoming success.
I didn't even, I guess I realized that, but I didn't consciously think about, he doesn't even get the format that he's aping. I was just talking about the show, you're right. In the context of the show, they're talking about this is a disastrous thing that we're gonna have to go through, but he's like,
yeah, he's essentially saying like, once the Night King gets here, it's all gravy.
Jesus Christ. And let's just acknowledge that his rallies are crowds of White Walkers.
So that's just part one of our analysis.
Okay, so after the break, we're gonna come back and talk more about Game of Thrones. No, we're not actually gonna do that. Yeah, it was just frustrating, and I know that we did a study a couple of weeks back about his Twitter activity and what percentage of Americans actually pay attention to it. And the thing is, like, the people who respond the most to it, I don't just mean most intently or intensely, because I know the right loves to say that we're triggered or whatever, but like just in terms of actually commenting at all or whatever, it's not Republicans. Like, there's a very small percentage of even Republican voters that even see his tweets, let alone interact with them. But this one, I guess I have to give him some credit. If the highest aspiration of the presidency is to be a troll, this is an example of it that I think actually works.
Yep.
Good job, idiot.
Most people want to build a bridge to the 20th century like Clinton did, but this guy just wants to live under that bridge and eat brains or whatever trolls do.
Exactly. Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.